In this video, I want to talk about risk management, recession proofing your portfolio, and compounding. And we'll also go through some investments that I've talked about on this video. None of them are a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold the investment, but we'll still go through them and we'll see if I still like them today and how I would manage those if you just blindly bought them when I made the videos about them, which I don't recommend you do. Do your own due diligence, but let's just go ahead and get it right into it. This is a risk management tab right here. So this is your risk reward. And this is just, if you take these losses, you'll need these gains, and this is the differential. So this might be, these numbers down here might be for swing traders. I would say when you get down to these levels, somewhere between 20 and 40% is what you would want to take for a loss. And if you're an investor long term, and you have to decide what that is for yourself. For me, it's usually around 25%. Depending on the volatility of the stock. If a stock has a beta over 1.5, I might raise that to like 30%, or maybe a little more, but usually around 30% if it's over 1.5. So that's how you would use that. And I'm actually going to put this in I give you this sheet right here, this portfolio sheet. You can put your own stuff in here, and the only thing you really need to change are the tickers if you put your own in here, and the date and the price. Everything else has a formula, just drag it down. And then if you go to the performance versus the market, you'd put your ticker over here, and then this has a V lookup for your date. So you just drag this down. So Bluebird is the first stock we're going to talk about because that's down quite a bit since I've talked about it on my video. That's because an analyst came out and downgraded it because of the EPA, saying he didn't think they could fund them the $965 million. And then a week later, roughly a week later, another analyst came out and initiated it at a $55 price target. So the downgrade was for 48. The initiation for a different analyst was at $55. And the price got pushed down big time on the downgrade, but it just didn't get pushed up on the upgrade. That's how fear in the market feeds on fear, especially for us retail investors. So we can't get pushed out on that. So how can we manage that? So this has a beta of 1.6. So for me, this would have a 30% stop loss on its, and this is a trailing stop loss. So it's taking the high close, and then that percentage from that high close is what the loss would be. So the high close, since I mentioned it, was $54.51. So the stop loss would be $38.16. Now, First Solar also got a downgrade by $5 from an analyst, but then went down $35 based on that, and because of some supply constraints. So what would the stop loss be on First Solar? So that's under 1.4, 1.5. So I'd keep that around 25%. And that stop loss based on its high, since I released that video on First Solar, the high was 255.75. The stop loss would be 191.81. Now I'll just quickly go through each one so you can take a look. That's outperformed the market by 14%. That's one of the ones that's done better, and that has beta of 1.66. So I personally would raise this to 30%. You have to decide for yourself what you would do, but that's what I would do. So the stop loss on this would be 23.93. And that's because it's high, since I've talked about it, is 34.18. So that's 30% from that high. We'll go down to IMMR. Same thing. This is underperformed the market, and the stop loss would be it'd be tough because it's right around 1.5. So, and because it's a small cap, I might make that 30%, but since I said under 1.5, that would be 696. And then PayPal and Micron. So we'll just take a quick look at those. And I still think these are good investments. They're still in uptrends. Most of them are actually at the bottom of their trend channel and getting ready to reverse. So they look like good investments to me, but you still have to be disciplined and have a stop loss somewhere to protect your downside. And this will also allow your winners to run. So U is a 1.44, or excuse me, PayPal is a 1.44 beta. So I would use a 20, so that would be 25% stop loss. That would be $61.24 because it's high, since I've released the video, was 81.65. And then the last one I believe is MU. I think I went through all of them, but you get the idea here. So this, I would have a stop loss of 25%, and that would be $82.41. Because since I released the video, the high was the day of that video, and I was pretty excited about it at that point. But I still think this is extremely undervalued for what it is, and the fact that we need memory chips, and if autonomous cars are coming, or just the upgrades to data centers and everything else that's going to happen over the next several years, Micron's memory chips are going to be needed. So this is a very good investment in my opinion, but that's just an opinion, and you do your own due diligence. So that's how I would manage my risk in my portfolio if I were you. This is just some examples. Since I've talked about these stocks, I'm going through them so that you can take a look yourself. Now let's take a look at compounding. So this is a compounding tab here. I'm going to put this in the spreadsheet that I give you, so you'll have this to see what your stop losses are and what you would need to gain if you were to take that loss to break even. This over here is actually a compounding table, and this is just periods. So I just highlighted the 12 because that would be like 12 months, 30 for like 30 years, or I guess 30 weeks, whatever you want. But it doesn't matter. It's just periods. It could be days, months, weeks, years. It doesn't matter. 52 weeks or a year for 52, and then 104 for 2 years. And I have this set to 3% for every single one. So if you start at 10,000 and you make 3% after period one, a week, a month, a year, whatever, you would have $10,300. And then after period two, you would have $10,609. Now, if you change any of these, it's going to change every number going down because this is a compounding table here. So if we make 3%, we make 3% the first two, and then we make, let's say we go negative 3%. Now everything's going to be less going down from here. And instead of going up from 10,609, we drop to 10,290. So you can put 100,000 in here, you can put 50,000 in here, and that's going to change all these numbers based on whatever your starting point is here, and then whatever you select here. So I'm going to be giving this to you for you to use. Hopefully it'll help you to do some risk analysis and also give yourself a goal. Like, what's your goal? Are you trying to achieve 5%? Are you trying to achieve 7% per week, per month, per year? You should have some kind of goal. So the second thing I'm going to give you this would be more for momentum traders or swing traders, is basically a risk reward tab. So I have all the percentages over here from 0 to, I believe, 100. I do, and they're just set up here for take profit and stop loss. So, and then this is your risk reward right here. Risk reward. So 1.88 would be 1.88 to 1. So just keep that in mind. It's 1.88 to 1. So if I change this to 10%, it should be 1.5 to 1. Stop loss 10%. Our take profit is 15%. So Bluebird is at the bottom of its channel if you were a swing trader, and I'm not telling you to go swing trade Bluebird, but if you were a swing trader, the MACD is starting to curl up and the histogram is actually trending up from the bottom underneath the zero line. So it looks like money's coming back into Bluebird. Maybe a swing trader would take a chance on that and take profit at $50.77, but put a stop loss in at $39.74. So your risk to reward is 1.5 to 1. If you just had a 50% hit rate on that, you would make money because you're always making more than you're losing when you win. And when you lose, you're losing, but you're not, you'd have three, let's say you did 6 of these, you'd have 3 10% losses and 3 15% gains. So you would be winning overall. So that's the way to look at that. That's really all I got for you. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Thanks.